Thank you. I will give you a small introduction to what we're doing in European energy. As you see here in the front page is a wind farm in Sweden. We have, in our company, we have 4 technologies that we are trying to master. One is onshore wind, offshore wind, solar, and then Power-to-X, which is the latest technology. We are focused on currently 29 markets, from which Europe is the dominant, let's say, geography. We have more or less offices in all European countries where we are building out a pipeline of around 60 gigawatts in all stages of development. We are mastering the full value chain from the very, very early development, where we are making, we have an in-house GIS team sitting in Hamburg, making the data analysis and models for how to select the best square meters on this planet for development of renewable energy. Then we take it all the way from the design stage to the power sales, to the financing, and lately we have asset management to operate our assets for typically 30 years. If you look a little bit on the numbers, I mean, the company started with a capital of 4 million, which I injected in 2005, and then we have grown steadily over the years. So this year we will make an EBITDA, or have guided an EBITDA of around 180 million euros, from which the first 127 million was generated at the end of Q3, which was just reported. Profit guidance for this year is around 140 million. Yeah, at the third quarter we have reached a little bit more than 80. Equity started out with 4 million some years back, and now we have just crossed the 400 million. Let's say the 2 businesses that we're doing is, one is selling power. So last year we had a very, very good year, but this year will be even better in power sales. So we have, after the first 3 quarters, we have sold power for around 80 million, and we will at the end of the year typically stand around 120 million for this year on a power sale. Construction is of course a key area for us. So we have right now 25 construction sites spread over 10 of our markets. So out of the 29 markets where we're active, we are constructing actively now in 10 markets, and we are doing a little bit more than a gigawatt, which we are grid connecting within this calendar year. That means that we are deploying around a little bit more, 1.1 billion euros is deployed in CAPEX on these 25 construction sites. And we expect next year to increase that to around 1.5 billion euros of new installed capacity. We have taken a little bit more than 250 new colleagues on board this year, so I think at the year end we will stand around 750 colleagues, divided in around 500 people in the headquarters and around 250 located in the local offices around the planet. Our pipeline is around 60 gigawatt in total, from which we have around 20-25 gigawatts in a screening, and around 30, a little bit more than 30 gigawatt in active development currently. And then, as I said, we are having a construction around a gigawatt right now, and structuring 3 gigawatt means that structuring phases where we are combining the PPAs with the financing, with the technology, and trying to make a ready-to-build project out of these different components. The pipeline, the active pipeline of 36 is divided in these technologies or areas you see here, divided in close to 500 different projects. The pipeline also has grown significantly over the last years, so and we expect to have a growth in the pipeline in around 20% annually. So we already now can see that we will cross, we'll come close to 80 gigawatts in pipeline in the end of 24. Then we have the latest technology, which is Power-to-X. We started with Power-to-X 2.5 years back. And basically, we are focused on 3 elements here. We are focusing on e-methanol production, SAF, sustainable aviation fuel, and hydrogen production. That's the 3 areas we have decided to specialize in. We have a department, built up a department internally where we develop most of the technology in-house. We also produce our e-methanol facilities ourselves. We have made the first offtake agreements for e-methanol for the first plant, where we have made long-term agreements in the same way as you're doing power PPAs for power sale. We do the same actually with our methanol. And there we have made 1 contract with Maersk for their container vessels starting next year. And we have made with Lego for where we are using methanol as a feedstock for plastic production. So toys in the future from Lego will be made of methanol instead of fuel-based, fossil-based feedstock. And then lastly, we have also made a contract with Novo Nordisk, the insulin maker, who have an plastic injection tool for injecting insulin, which will in the future be made of e-methanol delivered by us. Here you can see the first facility that we are constructing right now. We have progressed quite well over this year, so we will have mechanical completion, I hope, in January, and then hopefully we'll have the first drops of e-methanol mid-24. If you take a little bit closer look on what is inside a methanol facility, here you can see an electrolyzer. We have 52 megawatt of electrolyzers. Actually, right now we have 5% of the total installed capacity of electrolyzer equipment in the world is actually installed at our site under construction right now. And this is a 17, what you see is a 17 megawatt electrolyzer, as I said, delivered by Siemens in Berlin. If we look a little bit on the plant and how it works, you can see here the plant, and surrounding the plant we have a 300 megawatt PV facility generating electrical renewable power, which we need to make the e-methanol molecule. So we started with green electrons, and then in the end we will have the molecules. So what you see here, the 3 buildings are the electrolyzers, and then we have a building in the middle where we are compressing the hydrogen and prepare it for the reactor, where we are combining biogenic CO2 with our generated hydrogen. That's the reactor 1 and 2 are the yellow towers you see in the middle. In-house developed, in-house constructed. And then out of the methanol production, we are taking it in the end to a distillation unit where we are sorting the methanol in different purities for various customers. So if you are a plastic producer, you need to have a very, very pure methanol. If you are engine in a container vessel, you are less sensitive to the purity of the methanol. Yeah, we step a little bit quicker. Then, of course, we store it in the various qualities, and then we have at a nearby harbor, we have a bunkering facility where we ship out the methanol to our customers. If we look at partnerships, which is an important part of our daily life, we have recently made a contract with Total Energies in France about a co-development, a co-construction of 4 gigawatt of new capacity in the US, Brazil, Romania, and Spain. Then we have also teamed up with Mitsui for Power-to-X, and we will make a new plant 3 times bigger than the plant you just saw previously. And then we have made a land bank fund together with Novo Nordisk, where we have so far acquired around 6,000 hectares of land, which should be developed as renewable energy land. So we're buying up land across Europe in this land bank fund. On the PPA side, we have recently, on the PPA side, we have, over the many years, we have made contracts with Apple, and we have made contracts with Google, we have made contracts with Microsoft, taking our power for the data centers across Europe. So that's a little bit about us. What are we looking for? We are looking for, I mean, we are a private held company, so the only capital which have been injected in our company is the 4 million I injected some years back, and we are now looking for growth. So we are looking for 500-700 million euros for the next phase of our company. On the other side of the same coin, I mean, we also investing in companies. We have this year we have invested in 2 startup companies, bringing technology to our table. So we are, in one hand, we are expanding ourselves. On the other hand, we are also investing and in other companies. Reach out if there's any interest. I will be here today, so yeah, I'm available. Thank you so much.